let's bring up our next guest. And his name is something that I'm sure, actually, yeah, very sure that many of you are not familiar with. Let's give it up for Soap!
Yeah. That's the thing you notice about my hair is cut, that's the only... Smell that! I like this sign back here, just in case you forget where you are. Yeah, so I flew in from New York for this, and boy, my arm's tired. From all the masturbating I was doing on the plane. It's really hard to jack out in color because everybody cares. The woman next to me, she was going out of her mind. She couldn't believe it. She was like, what the fuck is wrong with you, you sick fuck guy? I was like, listen, lady, you need to calm down if you're going to be holding your baby like that. It's just rude. Alright, that was my one pervert joke of the year. I think I made my quota. Can we move on? Yeah, I was reading an article the other day. It's a true story. I can read. And the article was about in the UK, voters forced Parliament to admit that they didn't have a plan in the event of a zombie attack. I was like, really? That's ridiculous. How do you not have a plan for a zombie attack? It's the first thing on the list. That's why I voted for Obama, because I knew he had a plan. Did you guys catch the virtual idol? Did you guys see her last night? A virtual idol is the guest of honor. The musical guest of honor is a virtual idol? Really? Has music in Japan gotten so bad that they're just making shit up now? I mean, here at AX we have the virtual idol. At Fanime we had Yoshiki from X Japan. When did it become a trend for anime cons to start bringing over fake celebrities? A couple months ago, I almost went to India with a friend of mine, and she was like, come on, man, it'll be great. I was like, oh. She's like, no, seriously, we could visit the Ganges River. I was like, Ganges? It sounds like something you go to a sex clinic to get treatment for. For those of you that don't know, the Ganges River is a river where millions upon millions of Indian people go to every year to spread the ashes of the deceased loved ones. And they bathe in this water. I know, I was like, oh, really? They're like, wait a minute, you mean Indians bathe? Then why do they smell like that? It's a joke, relax, we all know they don't bathe. I did that joke a couple months ago, and this woman came up to me after my set. She was like, how could you say that? What gives you the right to say that? Are you Indian? I was like, first of all, how does being a part of the ethnic group give me the right to insult it? And secondly, no, I'm not Indian. What gives me the right to insult it is I'm a horrible person. This is a really smart crowd. I knew this would be a smart crowd coming in here, because right now the stupid people are in the masquerade. You guys got that joke. I get a lot of ethnic confusion when people look at me, they don't know what nationality I am. That's because between both my parents, I'm 12 different ethnicities. So I'm essentially what would happen if Italia became real, it was condensed into one person. But I'm not as annoying, and most of my fans aren't idiots. So I was watching Dragon Ball the other day, and don't judge me. But it was an episode with Mr. Popo. Now, if you don't know who Mr. Popo is, he's this jet black, shiny black skinned eggplant man. He's like a sentient eggplant. He's got black skin, purple lips, he wears a turban like an eggplant. And in the episode, instead of being a big black eggplant man, he was a big blue piece of shit. I mean, he was blue. I thought that was stupid. Why did they do that? Turns out the FCC actually convinced people to change him from black to blue so not to offend the African American viewing audience. I was like, really? That's your plan not to piss off black people? Take out the only black character in the entire franchise? I thought his name was a lot more offensive. Popo? I mean, that's offensive to black people. I mean, Popo is slang for police, and here in LA, police is slang for racist, so it's not The FCC is ruining anime at this point. You know, it's because of the FCC. We didn't get Ron Mahaf in syndication, but we did get Inuyasha. And replacing Ron Mahaf with Inuyasha is like replacing a blowjob with dog shit. I mean, so I was watching Gurren Lagann the other day, and the week off, so I changed. See, people who listen heard the joke. No, but I changed it, and I changed it to MSNBC, and they had this special on a sexual sadist, this rapist, whose calling card was offering people fish. She's like, hey, do you eat fish? And I was like, is it that easy, really? All you have to do is look like a creep and offer them something that smells really bad, suddenly they're in your bed? And then I realized, wow, that must be how Man-Face still getting laid. It's ridiculous. But the stupidest thing at this event was that their defense was that he didn't look like a sexual sadist, which I thought was completely not true. I mean, he had a mustache, he was old, and he was white. Does he eat fish? That's stupid. People say some stupid shit. I was talking to this girl the other day, and she was like, man, I wish anime characters were real because they're so attractive. I was like, really? You think that's hot? You think having eyes that are half the size of your head, and a mouth that never quite moves, that are words that are coming out of it, you think that's attractive? It's not attractive, it's horrifying. What if you see that in real life? Like you're in a club, you see this woman from behind, she looks great. She has long, beautiful purple hair or something. Like, hey, what's your name? She turns around. Your face. It's just how I look. Really? Shit. You eat fish? That's my time, you guys. Thank you so much for having me.
Keep it going for Soap, everybody! I love that you brought up Man-Face, man. That's a long time since I heard that. He was actually doing cosplay in the Middle East. I don't know if you did that. He just picked a really bad day recently to dress up like Osama bin Laden. So, let's see what happens.
He used to be a judge here.
He was. Yeah, our first few years was Man-Face. Yeah. I'm sorry for you guys.
Yeah, I'm sorry too.
All right, Chris, what do you think of Soap's performance?
I love you, man.
Okay, David, don't you?
Fatty Fish. You've always been one of my favorite comics because you're every year you're the dark horse, and literally you are the dark horse because you're dressed in all black. No, but always you have a completely unique style, and it works for you, and you work it, and it's awesome. And when you come on stage, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sit back and enjoy myself because I know Soap's gonna rock the house. Excellent work.
I really enjoyed your comedy too. I thought it was amazing. I thought it was different. I thought you had great presence. You brought back the tapping joke, which I enjoyed.
There's a tally going on right now.
Tally. So that's good. They should get some points there. But also, just mainly just the way you present yourself, and worrying about like a background. That was a good joke. And then dealing with the crowd, things like that. I thought you did a really good job of like calling back jokes. Like the structure and your presence and everything about that was really well thought out. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, Joe, what did you think, despite the fact that you apparently fit his description of a sexual offender?
My comments pretty much reflect what these gentlemen have said. Although you do have a presence. When you walked out, you looked a little angry, like somebody hid your mind all and you didn't know where it was. I like that. You were in control, and you had good. It looks to change your gender. Yeah, you were in control, and you responded to the audience, you knew them, anime crowd, great. And as Rod, the only thing I can say is what Roddy Dangerfield said in Caddyshack, hey, put on some weight, okay? All right. Other than that, great.
Give it up for yourself, everybody.